The morning sun filtered through the high glass windows of the Ciutat Esportiva Joan Gamper, casting long, golden shafts across the freshly watered pitch. A hush fell over the exercise machines and sidelines as FC Barcelona prepared to lift the curtain on pre-season with an open training session. For exactly 15 minutes, the media was invited to watch, a fleeting window into the heart of one of football's most storied clubs. The rhythmic thud of footballs being passed, the hiss of trainers adjusting weights, and the distant echo of whistles created an almost cinematic backdrop. Yet behind the polished sheen of drills and warm-ups, an undercurrent of tension buzzed through the air, an unspoken promise that by day's end, the academy phones would ring with verdicts that could change careers. But the drama was only just unfolding. Moments before the whistle blew to start the session, Hansi Flick stepped forward, his eyes bright with anticipation. He greeted the gathered journalists with a warm handshake and a spontaneous joke, his tone disarmingly friendly. In that brief, off-the-record exchange, he spoke of ambition, unity, and the excitement of a new season dawn. Yet beneath the easy smile, there lay the weight of impossible choices, decisions that would dictate whose passports got stamped for the upcoming Asia tour and whose dreams stayed parked on Catalan soil. What he said next would send ripples through the squad. The forthcoming Asia pre-season tour loomed large on everyone's minds. Japan and South Korea awaited, with showcase clashes against Vissel Kobe's star-studded lineup, FC Seoul's disciplined hosts, and FC Daegu's energetic charge. Beyond mere friendlies, these matches represented a test of fitness, tactical cohesion, and a chance to showcase Barca's brand to thousands of fervent supporters abroad. Yet dreams of scoring under neon-lit stadiums would soon collide with the harsh reality of squad size. Only 26 players would embark on this odyssey, leaving 10 to continue life back at the familiar turf of Joan Gamper. Who would earn their ticket and who would be left behind? Barcelona's squad list read like a footballing novel, 36 hopefuls spanning the seasoned first team, hungry reserves, and shining academy prospects. To whittle this number down to 26, Flick would cast a critical eye over every passing drill, every sprint, every tuck and turn. For those 10 who would stay behind, the routine at Ciutat Esportiva would transform from warm-up camaraderie into an intense proving ground. The lush grass underfoot, once a playground for dreams of glory, would for them become the setting for personal battles to reclaim a chance at international glory. The stakes could not be higher. At the forefront of the fitness watch list was Marc-Andre ter Stegen, usually the impenetrable fortress in goal. But on this morning he worked apart, alone on a turf adjacent to the main pitch, his back issue demanding cautious, rehabilitative care. Nearby, the quiet hum of machines and thud of medicine balls underscored his solitary battle to be ready. Not far off, Mark Bernal, fresh off an ACL comeback, tackled agility drills with measured determination, each hop and twist watched closely by Flick and the medical staff. The rhythm of their routines, controlled, careful, laden with meaning, spoke volumes about their fragile return-to-play journeys, but physical readiness wasn't the only metric under scrutiny. In the corner of the manager's mind, Oriol Romeu cast a long shadow. Although contractually tethered to Barcelona for one more year, the coach's lack of faith in him was palpable. The hum of expectation around a potential transfer swirled like autumn leaves in a courtyard breeze. Rumours whispered of phone calls to other clubs, of possible departures sealed with a handshake and a new jersey. For Romeu, each pass in training felt like a farewell, every misstep a reminder that Barcelona might soon be just a chapter in his career. Could he turn the tide, or was his fate already sealed? Not far behind in Flick's deliberations were Andreas Christensen, Pau Victor and Iñaki Peña, players whose futures balanced on the edge of form and opportunity. Christensen's steady defending had wavered at times. Pau Victor's flashes of talent needed consistency. Peña's goalkeeping presence remained untested under high-stakes pressure. The manager's eyes flicked from one to the other as they navigated sprints and small-sided games, mentally ticking boxes. Tactical fit, mental resilience and physical sharpness were weighed in equal measure, each misstep a potential nail in the coffin of Asia Tour inclusion. Who would survive the cut? Amid the first-team drama, a group of bright-eyed teenagers from the youth academy huddled along the sideline. Names like Landry Ferré, Tony Fernandez, Gil Fernandez, Jan Virgili, Juan Hernandez, Ibrahim Daira, Joffa Torrance, Pedro Fernandez, Danny Rodriguez, and Rooney Bardi carried whispers of future greatness. Flick had nothing but praise for their work ethic and skill, his voice tinged with genuine admiration when he spoke of their potential. Yet he also made it clear, not everyone could board the plane. The academy pitch, once a sanctuary of dreams, now held a crucible of expectation. Each young player grappling with the possibility of being left behind. Which of them would seize their moment? One by one, Flick pulled aside each academy hopeful in hushed, personal conversations. "Would train well today," he would say, "show me who you are." His tone was encouraging, yet unyielding. Every lob, every first touch, every sprint became a silent dialogue between coach and player. The atmosphere crackled with tension, the grass itself seeming to hold its breath as these youngsters strove to etch their names onto the final travel roster. And in those moments, dreams hung in the balance. From the academy cohort, two names rose above the rest: Jan Virgili and Joffa Torrance. Virgili's composed passing and vision made him a standout in possession drills, while Torrance's fearless runs and tireless pressing lit up the small-sided games. Observers on the touchline murmured that these two had inched closest to sealing their places in the travelling party. Yet Flick remained inscrutable, his final whistle still to blow. "Keep pushing," he reminded them, "and nothing is decided until it's decided." The final cut loomed like a storm cloud on the horizon, and then, as the session wound down, the moment of truth drew near. 10 names would be read aloud in the silence of the locker room, 10 players destined to stay in Barcelona and continue their journey on home soil. For the others, passports would be stamped, tickets printed, and the thrill of Asia's bright lights awaited. The air crackled with anticipation as players exchanged glances. Who would be packing? Who would be left gathering dust at Ciutat Esportiva? In the tension of that instant, every heart raced, every breath felt loud. Soon the list would fall, and no one would be untouched by its weight.